All right, let's start the work session here. We'll just sort of talk about things, sort of some things we learned at the class. But one thing that we need to make sure that we get a handle on the side is, my understanding is from talking with the insurance company or representative, that Buffy has to be an employee or she has to get insurance, and she can afford insurance at what we're paying. Yeah. Is that what everybody remembers? If not, y'all can go back and look at no pickings to make sure that's what y'all understood. But that's going to be on the agenda next week. Is try to, you know, because that's what I understood. Buffy, is that what you?
I did, yeah. I mean, I did, yes, yes.
Okay.
And the thing about it is, I know that I don't know what the big reason for not wanting me as an employee is.
Well,
I mean, the taxes for no more than what I'm making is not that big of a deal, I wouldn't think.
Right.
I would think, to have it right.
Now, do you know how much taxes would go off of that? I mean, or percentage of how the percentage is broke down since you were.
Well, I mean, I could look and see what it really is, without just telling you off the top of my head that a figure that's not right.
But we are saying that, and I'm not good with payroll, but we are saying that the city would have to pick up some of the
yes,
taxes.
they would have to pay, yeah,
Yeah, some of the
taxes,
taxes. Yeah. But it shouldn't be too awful much for what you're doing.
Yeah, yeah. And of course, QuickBooks offers that, so that would, you know,
Payroll?
Yeah, payroll.
Now, was you able to get a hold of Natasha this afternoon, or?
No, I didn't text her.
Okay. Also, QuickBooks offers, you know, the checks and everything through that. So I mean, she can write checks through that, and it's a whole lot easier because it actually enters into QuickBooks right then, besides having to enter later. So I think that would help with, you know, I mean, the checks are no more expensive than.
Oh, no.
Yeah, okay.
They're
So,
not.
right.
They're not.
But that way it flows easier, and it's less typing invoices, where I mean checks in. I think it'll flow a lot better.
I had a quick question. What's the goal with Natasha? What is Natasha going to help?
Well, I guess Randy knows more of that than I do.
Well, right now the way the agreement is she is going to help set up QuickBooks in that uniform charts of accounts, like, you know, we talked about or learned over there at school, and I give you y'all a copy of how that sort of breaks down.
Okay.
Now, we don't have to use all that, because some of the departments we don't have,
Yeah.
and stuff. So some of that is not going to show up on ours, but that's sort of what they're wanting the flow to look like, and that's what Natasha is supposed to be helping do. And she should be well familiar with that because of working and having to enter that stuff in at the county. So that's what I was thinking, you know.
Okay.
Not saying that Buffy couldn't do it, but also, you know, Buffy has to work Monday through Friday, and Natasha's off on Wednesdays. So I think we, use, and then like I say, she can show Buffy how it's set up and how to operate.
Which it shouldn't take long to set.
No, I don't think.
QuickBooks at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's just a matter
So
of.
you feel like working with Natasha would be pretty beneficial to
Well,
help her?
I'm sure her knowledge from town, I mean from the county, will definitely be good. I guess the only thing is she's not used QuickBooks in several years, and she's not using QuickBooks now. So.
She
But
can just tell us what's required.
Yeah, and I think she can set it up. I mean,
Right.
because there is some videos on DMA's website that is on QuickBooks and how to make it user friendly for towns as small as we are. So
Yeah, she'll definitely know where the stuff goes that I won't know. Yeah.
I mean, I just think that would be a whole lot quicker getting it up, because we're already in the February.
Right.
And we're fixing to start in March. And like I say, we all are confused about how this profit and loss is set up and,
Yeah.
and, you know, how checks are written and stuff. So I think with both of them working on it, I think it'll get cleaned up. And she knows what it needs to look like on the county's end as far as what we're looking for.
Gotcha.
And for the auditors also.
I had a question about the auditor. Who has been doing our audits?
It is Grant. I don't know what the first name is, but its last name is Grant, and they're out of Millersville.
Out of Milledgeville?
Yeah.
Is there any way we can contact them and get the audits?
Oh, we have
Here.
those.
We have
Yeah, we have
those?
those.
Okay.
And I'm not so sure what they're looking at, you know, because I asked a couple questions down there, if y'all remember, about what all the audit has to,
Yeah, the
you know, cover.
parameters, yeah.
Because I want to make sure, you know, of how it's flowing. And I don't know if this auditor is covering everything.
Right,
That
if it's
is.
just financials or if it is minutes and that sort of thing, paperwork in general.
And that's one thing that they talked about was, you know, make sure that the auditor that we use has been doing it for governments for a while. Now, I will tell you, I think that's cheap of what he's charging. I think it's around $1,300. Because I asked Nelson what they paid, and it was up in the thousands. I mean, you know, several thousands. Let's say it's over $10,000 that they have to pay. So, but it's based on what they have to do too, as far as how many accounts you got. You know, because they got garbage and they have a police department. And then they get spliced from 2 different counties because of their sitting on the borders down there.
Are you using the old system right now? So do you have, since you took over, do you have everything you need so when we get QuickBooks to backlog that data in QuickBooks, or can you do that?
Yeah, you can actually
No,
just
I'm not-
transfer that stuff over.
You can?
Yeah.
Okay.
You
That's
can-
that's one of the goals. That's what I told them. I said,
Oh, sorry. We
Once-
really don't want to transfer that stuff over
No.
the way it is.
no,
No, I mean just since you started.
Yes.
Is that a good time, like when you started? from
No,
there
it's still,
forward?
it's still not totally in the right places because it's where they've been putting it
Okay,
until we
So-
get it set up right.
so once you set it up right.
Yes,
You'll be able to,
transfer
And
to the right
transfer it.
spots, yeah,
Okay.
to the right
now,
places.
what I like to do is start off, you know, making sure everything's set up right, and then make sure this year started good.
yes,
And once this start is good, is actually let them take and start from last year and transferring that over to this the right way and go through it and make sure. And then that way we're getting a history of
Yeah.
how we're spending money, what we're having left over and stuff like they, you know, like they talked about down there.
because right now, all the issues we've been talking about, these projects, we can't rightfully make a decision because we don't know what the, you know, we've already talked about all this, but it's true. We can't really make a decision until QuickBooks is set up, so. What, so we're just waiting for Natasha y'all to get some time to meet?
Yeah, and hopefully it'll be this week maybe.
Have we already purchased QuickBooks?
No.
Not yet, but if we can do it tomorrow, we
Well, now,
can save a little money.
Well, but you said 7%, so.
Well, you're just paying a monthly fee for it because you're gonna do the online.
Right.
But if you can do it by tomorrow, the first 3 months would be $15 a month as opposed to 50. And then after the 3 months, it'll go back to 50.
So there's a
So it's still,
promotion? There's a
yes,
promotion
yes,
going on
it's
right now?
President's Day
Okay.
sale, yes.
Right.
And
Okay.
QuickBooks does that often even with buying it, the online version or with the desktop version. They have
Okay,
little
so
sales.
see if you can get Natasha at
And we
least.
can get it done without getting it set up tomorrow, just as long as we get it purchased
Purchased.
by tomorrow.
And we've
Okay,
already,
that was the only thing I was worried.
we've already approved.
Yeah, no,
purchase.
I mean, yeah, we don't have to run that, we don't have to vote on that, so it's already.
What do you need from us to?
I don't need anything from you, I just will need the mayor's
Well, now,
credit card.
now, let me ask you this, I mean, does the credit card need to be used just for the initial setup, and then will it, can we get it debited from the account?
Yes, it
Besides,
will do it every
besides,
month.
okay.
Yes.
Now, from the credit card or from the checking account?
Well, yeah, it probably will be from the credit card.
Can you ask them when you set it up?
Yeah,
See if
can.
they can do that?
Yeah. Is there a reason why you would want it one way or the other?
Well, I just, I don't guess it really matters. I mean, we're only talking $50 a
Yeah,
month.
it's $50.
But I'm just trying to keep as much of it away from
Off
my
your card?
card as possible,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
so
Well,
that nobody keeps, saying,
Right.
I'm spending.
Right. Well, we probably could do it just through the bank account.
I know James is not here. One of the things I was wanting to talk to about is we need to divide up these tasks. I mean, I keep doing it all and everything, and I'm not, I'm reading the charter and stuff, but say like James, I mean, he's pretty business oriented and stuff. If we took and let him sort of help with looking at QuickBooks and stuff, not necessarily setting it up, but just looking, and another set of eyes on it, so to speak, and then some of the other stuff that needs to happen. Maybe he could, look for grants and some other stuff.
I say just let him just review it, QuickBooks whenever we do it. Let her.
Well, no, yeah, right now.
Instead
Now,
of getting him trying to dip into everything.
No. I mean, once it's set up and everything, maybe he can tweak it and see if he can get close to what he's looking for or whatever.
What's his goal? What do you mean? What is he looking for?
Well, I mean, he was just looking for different reports, but I think once y'all get set up, I think the reports are going to be what he's looking for.
Yes.
And everything. So, but just help stay compliant with different things like the ethics and different things. I mean, making sure we set up those accounts if they're lapsed or whatever. I'm not sure if any of them has, or like the E-Verify,
I actually found something on that today.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, the Rolodex is in there. I guess that's what they had previously used because I needed a password for the credit card.
Mm-hmm.
The Rolodex has lots of information. Lots of information. Passwords, all kinds of things.
Like I said, we just need somebody to correct some of this stuff and make sure it's getting properly done. Maybe go over some of the past paperwork that needs to be filled out, make sure the I's and T's are crossed.
Are you speaking like in general?
Yeah, it's like general, because I mean, he's good at that kind of stuff. Not necessarily, just a spot check or something maybe.
I mean, he can do it.
Because I tell you what, here's why I'm playing. I think if he does that side, and then let you, I sent you the stuff on the sewer, like as far as the stuff. Once we meet with the environmental health person, we meet and you find out what is sort of required, then let you run with that. To get quotes on stuff or figure out how to do it, what's it gonna take, and then you run with that and present it to the council. How much it's gonna cost, or, what she says and stuff.
I could be a lot more effective if I just take that and run with it, and then, like I said, delegate some other stuff out to James and stuff.
Yes.
And if I just handle the sewage issue, then I could be a lot more effective.
And like I say, just to get you up to speed as far as, meeting with a lady and us talk about, our goals, and then she can tell us what paperwork or what we need, and then let you run with it. All right? Now, I'm going to concentrate on this building here. and some, street projects, with the splash and stuff. So that's what I'm gonna do. And Andrea, you could, I mean, if you're willing, maybe you could help, Buffy with, filing and stuff, if you want to.
I can do that.
Yeah,
I like it. We can just delegate this out because all of us have been kind of just jumping in.
yes.
You know, and
All right, then Cheryl and Jesse can be Heritage Days.
I like it.
That way we're not jumping back and forth and stuff, you know.
Mhm.
And-
Are we, like, I'll wait on
No.
that. The Heritage Day,
Mhm.
are we gonna talk about that tonight at all?
Well, we was going to, but Cheryl's not here.
All right,
but,
let's wait.
Whoever wants to, I need to get with her and see if she feels like it, but, we really need to have a meeting, sometime over the weekend. Just for an hour or so, just sort of get started. You know, set some goals, because I mean, we're gonna need to start doing sponsorships and stuff, you know, getting vendor stuff out and everything, so, I mean, if y'all wanna set in with it, I mean, everybody's welcome, I mean, you know, but once I set up, what day, is that a particular day better, Saturday or Sunday? Now, Mark usually leaves around lunch or a little after, usually around 2 o'clock by the latest, that he's gone back to,
On Sunday?
yeah, on Sunday. So,
I mean, I work Saturday.
I do.
I get off work Saturday evening.
what time do you get off?
It's 6 roughly.
Oh, so he's saying open until 6? on
It's,
Saturday?
yeah, I mean, it depends. If we don't have any people's cars in there, we'll go home early. But
Oh,
we can't leave them a day without their car. So
oh, yeah, that's good. I mean, that's
it,
good.
it
I
just
mean,
depends.
I mean, that's good, okay.
Depends.
All right.
That's at the latest.
Do we wanna set up at around 1:30 then on Sunday?
Yeah, I'm,
That's fine.
right now I'm fine.
Yeah, then that way, you know, it's after church, after lunch. And I'll make sure Mark stays.
What are we gonna talk about?
Well, just Heritage Days.
Heritage Day.
Yeah, I mean, you know, sponsorships and stuff, how to streamline it and stuff. One other thing I'd like
Yes.
to bring up is, and we need to vote on that, next Thursday, is price on, Jeep Fest, camping.
Yeah.
Cause like I said, I already had somebody, you know, for 15 spots already.
Okay. Have y'all done that before?
Yes, but,
What all did the city provide?
well,
Just a spot?
just a
Just a
spot.
spot?
Yeah. and
Did
it was
y'all
only-
have to like paint it out, or did you?
Well, no, we're going to have to this year.
This year?
Because there was only two, well, actually, there was only one that actually showed up and camped. The other ones rode up, and they said they'd be here this year because they liked it.
I gotcha.
Everything.
So you don't, no trash cans, nothing, just.
No, but
Here you go, pack in,
Yeah.
pack out.
now, like I say, we'll have to provide some of those this year.
Okay.
Because like I say, I mean, just some trash cans
I was just curious for
Yeah.
talking about the price, what we're
Yeah.
gonna charge.
What is this for?
The Chief Fest, this, it's the field behind the park.
Yes.
They
Yeah, we're-
campground.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
They like to come.
I was trying to get, you know,
Right here?
yeah.
Okay.
to raise money, for the town. Talking to the gentleman over the weekend, he charges $15 a night for a tent, for, but we just can't do that. I mean, I'm gonna offer it, I would say a price of 25 a night. And one thing that we need the whole council on to vote on is that some of the ladies was wanting to know if there was, outlets over there in at the bathroom. I said, no, they're not. But I was wondering, you know, just for that 2 days, that if we let them use the restrooms here to take showers and maybe cook breakfast and charge for breakfast on Saturday morning or something.
I mean, it's just what, two mornings?
Yeah, usually.
But
Mary,
Right.
I think it is.
it's,
Yeah, it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
yeah. So it's,
And they usually will
So
come
they
in
do-
Friday and there's a Friday night
Yeah.
event. Well, Thursday there's a ride too.
Yeah.
So, but, you know, the biggest day is Saturday.
But I think everybody don't show up here till Friday night. So it'd be Saturday morning, maybe Sunday morning.
Okay.
You know, that we could offer breakfast and, you know, or maybe that's,
Well,
you know, for the 20
Sunday they do a breakfast, you know, in the church, they
Oh,
have
do
the
they?
Jeep
Yeah.
at the
Oh,
home
okay.
base, so
Okay, so we could just
maybe
say-
just Saturday,
Yeah.
I would suggest.
Yeah, all right, so we could say the $25 a night, and then you get breakfast on Saturday morning. Now, whether we cook it, or, you know, or get biscuits from, you know, get a sponsor for biscuits or something.
Go get some Chick-fil-A biscuits, I'll be over.
Professional biscuit maker.
Oh.
Well, that's what I'm saying, I mean, you know, whatever we wanna do, I just don't wanna,
Are they
you know, until we
buttermilk?
have enough volunteers.
You make a buttermilk?
But I think $25 a
Kitchen is
night,
now the biscuit
and then
maker,
use
that was
the
me.
rest
Oh.
of
That's a good
it,
idea.
and then breakfast
See, I
on
didn't
Saturday
know.
morning.
I don't know Pickens.
And, I
just
I
don't.
went out there and they, Mark suggested 20 feet wide and 50 deep, just in case a camper come up. But that might be some money for us to use on the park.
Yeah.
Everything. So think about that, and we'll bring that up, you know, on the agenda for next Thursday, on that.
I like it.
I do too. That's,
Yeah.
I
I tell
didn't
you,
think about that.
I tell you what I was really thinking about, James, and see, I think is policies.
Yeah,
Searching for policies and stuff. That's what I was really wanting James to
okay,
do.
now I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so policies for purchasing like we need for, you know, the ethics and stuff like that. So he can research that, and talk. And really that Pam helped him, you know, that, I don't know if I talked to y'all, but, Kay, which is her assistant, you know, I met her down there at the training, and she sent me the list of cities 150 or less. So James could reach out to them and see how they do things. See how they operate their towns, you know, since it's about where we're at, you know. But I will tell you that we're the third smallest city, and we're the smallest city that is with the DMA. So I think that, and Pam just was waiting on me, and I was thinking James was here, but she's willing to come up here and look over everything and tell us how we need to proceed.
That would be helpful.
Yeah, so she just told me, she did text me that. Like I say, I mean, I have found them to be very nice, and very helpful. I mean, I don't know, did y'all feel that way down there?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Everybody was so nice and it was a good experience.
I mean, I
I'm
just
glad I
think,
had to go.
I just think as much as help they want to give without costing us any or very little, that we need to use them, because I mean,
Yeah.
they really helpful. And she, like I say, she contacted me today. Yesterday was President's Day, but she sent me an email today. She said Kay had talked to her, told her what we was needing and everything, and she was just waiting on me to send back to
Wow.
find out when she could come up and look. So I want to get with you and maybe James or whoever, and you know, start looking at that. And that's what I was mainly talking about, James. Not so much.
well, I say, that would be perfect for him.
Yeah. So I mean, he could research
Do
different policies and
yeah.
stuff, and bring it to us, and then we could vote on it and everything, and get it checked off. All right. Does anybody? That's pretty much what I had. You know, to start. But so what we'll do is next week we'll vote on setting up, you know, letting different people do their different tasks. You know, just let it publicly know, and then we'll clarify Buffy, and then we'll set ground rules. Something else that either James or whoever wants to is search campgrounds for their rules. You know, for something to sign, not to hold the city liable for certain things, some rules during Geek Fest.
Okay.
Yeah, because you'll need something for
Yeah.
the sign.
Well, now as far as, you know, they're families, they're not, hoodlums.
I can do that. That's-
If you want to look and see, now there might be already something saved from, Pigpen Park, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
You might be able to find some things on that.
I'll write it back in this.
Or you might be able to just like pull up a state park and just see kind of.
Yeah, what they've
their
got, yeah. So if you wanna, look at that. And then we'll start marking them out and, numbering them, so that I can let, people know.
Do you have a wheel,
Yes, I do.
so we can get a rough estimate and how many spots?
Well, I already did, it's 800 something feet, so divide by 20, so what is that, 40 slots?
Yes.
Okay.
So about 40 spots? Alright.
I did that all day Sunday, that's what I did, I rode around looking at different projects and stuff that we need to do, so I like that. So like I say, this lady contacted me, I said, well, we ain't even talked about, you know, anything. I'm surprised, this is early, this is February.
Right.
Well, it
Yeah.
gets, has it been growing every year?
Oh, yeah, I mean,
Size-wise?
yeah, as far as there, yeah.
It's a big event.
It is.
Haven't been to it yet.
It's fun.
We used to have to work it when it's in the city limits of Jasper. They had it by the post office and then they moved it over there.
Yes. that
And,
was-
we quit, helping with it. Is there anything else that anybody wants to cover?
Yeah. I thought I was gonna have good news with this IT in a box, and I really liked it as far as what they provide for us. It's a turnkey package, everything, but it was, and they sold it as it was sold. The price was adjusted around the size of our community, but, I don't feel like,
Well, I think,
maybe in a couple of years, but
well, I
we're
think
not there yet, I don't think.
if we could let Mary take that and see, and see what they offer and see if she can customize something, with that. And between maybe her and James, maybe they can do some of the things that they're doing,
Mhm.
pretty easy. And we might not even have to have them, but I mean, it is, pretty neat. One thing that Mary had, now, my understanding was if I understood right, that they didn't have any policy on retention on emails.
Okay, so, what was it, a time frame that we could choose?
Yes, and that's what I was wanting, because she's fixing to set up emails, and that's what she was wanting to know.
Is it like an auto delete type deal?
Well, I was gonna archive, I didn't know for open records, I wasn't sure how long y'all had to keep them, so I was just planning to archive, but I didn't know how long to archive.
It's our policy.
Yeah,
That's how they sold it to me.
yeah, and that's what I understood too, you know.
So it's whatever we want to choose for it to be
Yeah.
email wise, so. I mean,
I would say just delete as soon as possible. If you kept it, I mean, that's up to you, but I think we need to, you know, delete it.
we don't have enough going on to really need to keep
Yeah.
that many emails.
So, yeah.
3 months or something, or?
Whatever.
Yeah, I guess if y'all could adopt a policy and,
Yeah,
you know, like how you want me to back them up, if y'all,
yeah.
you know, it'd probably be good to have it all stated,
Now,
To email policy?
yeah.
let's go over what that does. Now, are you backing up, our things on the webpage, like the, minutes and stuff like that, or is it just posting and?
Well, they'll all be stored on, of course, the server and like my computer, and probably more than, and then I would back them up. So they'd actually be in a few places. So in case they crashed or whatever, you know,
Okay,
you can
so that's
easily,
gonna-
you
that's
know,
gonna
get it back
help
up.
us- That's gonna help us with, storing important, some of those things that we've gotta do is store off-site in case the building burns or
Right.
something, so that would, or the computer crash. So you're
Right.
taking care of what, in that price range that you,
Yeah, I can do
Set, so-
that. And like even with y'all's y'all have Gmail, we can, even archive things up there too
Okay.
in the, with the
Okay.
Google Drive.
Okay.
I mean, it gives you so much for free, but even like a whole gig's $20 a year, so,
Okay.
that might be something as well, so y'all have immediate access.
Yeah, okay. All
So,
right.
maybe we do come up with a whole policy.
Okay.
I mean, it'd be good to have it written down, so in case, like I said, y'all are all gone and somebody's like, what's going on,
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
Well,
we have a
that's what- I
policy
mean-
here, this is where, it's backed up, blah, blah, blah. But again, I will have obviously everything backed up on my end personally, then it's on the server. So it's gonna be a few different places.
And that's where I wanted James to come in. It wasn't necessarily looking over, that's what I meant.
Okay.
So that's what I meant.
No trust.
Sorry.
No trust.
Sorry about that. That's what I was trying to get at.
I'm tracking now.
Yeah. All right.
Don't trust Bud.
No, I trust Buster because I wouldn't try to get her jobs where so anyway. Anything else we need to discuss? I mean, that's sort of what we're gonna have on the agenda.
I think Caleb needs to go to classes more often. He's talked more tonight than he has the entire time he's been sitting around.
Well, but the thing that we have to realize is, and this is odd, of people having to leave and vacate their seats and stuff. And that's the reason that the state has set up, odd terms.
Yeah, kind of staggers it.
Stagger terms, that's what I was looking at. Stagger terms because they won't, not the whole council will be new at one time because,
Like this.
because, yeah, because like I say, you can't, I mean, it was great. I think it was great training. And they do offer some more, scholarships. I think it's 2 a year, and I don't know how many it'll cover, but Pam, I think, will know, or Eileen will know. But I don't know if it's 2 per year, up to 3 members or something, but anyway, but they do have scholarships even for those ongoing training. And then, like I say, I found that yours will be covered
Right.
when you go, other than the room. But now, like I say, soon as that comes available, we're gonna book your room.
No, I can handle the booking.
Oh, no.
No, don't let him do
No,
that.
no, no, I've already heard. No, you're not booking my room.
My door had been kicked in before. It was horrible.
We waited too late, and like I say, we got in a sketchy part of the neighborhood. I mean, seriously,
It was
sketchy.
horrible.
But we made it.
Yeah.
I was glad that Andrea had somebody go with her like. I mean, I'm telling you, I wouldn't have felt safe. I mean, I'll just be honest, I wouldn't have.
We weren't the only people that were shocked. There's a lot of business class that were there, not by option.
Well, typically,
How much
that's not a bad motel. That name's not a bad name, so it was obviously one that's been there for a while.
I think if you can get stayed on the campus itself.
Right.
Now they did.
That's
Now they,
ideal.
Yeah.
now they did say that James, my buddy from Nelson, said that one meal is like $26, so you might have to go off site to eat. But
That was
Now-
at the hotel?
yeah, the dinner, because dinner is up to you, then lunch and breakfast is there. But it's not Annie's either. It's not Annie's. No. But anyway, we just need to make sure that as soon as it comes available, we need to get you booked on that road.
Well, they've already got the dates. You'd think they would.
She's supposed to email me as soon as it goes, so like I say. But anyway, that's all I have. Anybody else got anything else? I mean, that we want to.
Alright, so what are we gonna discuss next week? Just what's the bullets?
Did you go?
All right, let's go ahead and we'll set the agenda. How's that? Let's see. Undeveloped roads is under old business, and we'll just.
You got it right here.
Okay. All right. Talk to us and tell us what we got.
Yeah.
Yeah, undeveloped streets was first,
Okay.
and then it was repairs on Town Hall. We still
Okay.
need.
Yeah, we need that.
Red House.
Well, we do need an update on that. I will tell y'all that I talked to the lawyer about that, and pretty much the city owes him whatever the legal fees is. I don't think it's quite 25, but whatever the legal fees is. I was hoping that,
Is that deal done? Or can we still can we still follow through with the red house if we wanted to? Is that deal off the
Well,
table? Is it off the table? Is it?
well, it's still on the table if y'all are interested.
Okay, but as of right now, it is.
And like I say, I was hoping everybody would be here so we make sure, because I was gonna, I mean, not really voting, but if anybody didn't change their stance on it, I was gonna tell him that, you know, nobody changed their opinion on, or their,
Yeah, because
where they voted.
I didn't know that. No, that's gonna change my opinion, but I didn't realize that we already have an outstanding bill to the, whoever that is.
Well, now Cheryl did tell y'all that,
That it
you know,
was?
that it was.
I didn't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because they, you know, he's done the appraisal, he's done the title search, he's done all that work
Yeah.
already.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
So,
Yeah, wasn't it
he's
like
got
legal
some
fees?
Yeah, 25.
Yeah.
25,
Yeah.
yeah.
But now I did ask,
Yeah.
I did ask him if somebody else bought it, you know, would he handle that? And he said no, because he is the town or the city's attorney on that. And once we decided we wasn't gonna do anything with it, that we was nowhere in the process, that he would be sending out the bill and they would have to start over.
I don't think, in my opinion, it's not gonna change, because until we get QuickBooks established, I'm not going to make a decision to spend 25,000. So I don't think any of that's gonna change for us until, so I mean, probably just leave that
Well,
alone.
I guess saying, the money, the amounts are correct, what you have in the bank, that's really true money.
Yes,
What you just can't see, is what's being spent per category, I guess you could
Yeah.
say. In what area is the money going?
yeah.
And then, of course, what's truly coming in, but that's, you know, those bank numbers are true numbers.
Yeah. But like,
That's not gonna change.
I would, I don't know, I'd feel kind of bad spending, not to say I don't feel bad, I don't know if it'd be a wise decision to spend 25 grand on a house, and I don't know how long it took for the city to build
Right.
up those
Yes, to those
CDs.
numbers.
I mean, that could have been, you know, that could be 10 or 20 years for all I know.
And I did renew that one too, by the way.
Okay, but one of the things that we voted on even before, since we did go in that order, right? The way we voted on things about town hall repairs and stuff, it was in that order, and red houses,
Well, Red House was moved down this last meeting because we brought up subdividing the properties up,
okay.
so that was in there. We just moved that.
But we voted to replace that wall back there. So that's gonna be a pretty good cost. You know.
Big chunk of money.
Yeah, big chunk of
Yeah.
money.
I mean,
Yeah, 'cause
Under town, I will talk about this, I guess, is under that, talking to Mark Drizzle and, another gentleman, David Solomon, that we've come up with a solution that might not cost as much and it would leave that wall standing. Basically, is dig all that out, pour a wall at the, street and put a 8-inch, drain over to that ditch, you know, between the properties, and don't fill it back in. And slope everything to that drain back there and pour a slab and get it that way. Besides
replacing the
a
whole,
wall. And not fill it back in, put a fence around it where nobody can, you know, fall in. And then that way, you know, the water can't get through there. Because we got looking, where I cut the trench in at the road, you know, to try to get some of the water, well, you can actually see up under that. So the water could be coming from there over here also. So I mean, you know, so if we get all the dirt and everything below that and then slow it back, water can't get to the building. So, I wanna be working on quotes and stuff to get that done. I don't think I'll have it by next week, but maybe by the April meeting, I'll have all that done. And I'm glad alright,
So then with the soil and erosion for Cheryl, that should be over with, right? Or is she still have an update? Issuing authority.
well, I will ask her and see,
Okay.
Just sort of pencil that in for now.
Okay, and then it was the 12-month CD,
All right, so that's,
and then the monthly maintenance was on old business, which I had.
okay.
Just leave it there.
All right.
Equal.
Now, the people are coming, next Thursday about subdividing the property. Did everybody get the email I sent out with the, plat? Okay.
So is all those properties now still, on the frontage on the
Yes,
highway?
yeah. All right, so they're gonna come next Thursday, all right? What else? we got?
Resolution for the credit card, name change.
Yeah, we already done that, so that won't be.
Yeah, and then Heritage Day's budget, we've done that.
Yeah,
QuickBooks, we
Yeah, I've done
did. The propane tanks, we did.
all right, so under new business,
Okay.
I'm not gonna say committees, because I don't think the way the charter's read that we can't have committees, you know, with elected officials, so it's just gonna be, or you been in this, how would I word that as far as, duties or tasks? Maybe, dividing up, projects among the council members, I guess. I'll try to think of something else between them if it's more suitable. What else we talk about? What was one?
The G-Fest. yeah.
Oh, G-Fest, yeah. Set price and,
Look up, try to find out whatever parks are using as
Right.
waivers. or-
well, I mean, if we set up a price as far as, you know, at least I can start telling. And then, like I say, Kettle's gonna be, you know, finding rules and stuff on that we have to go with the attorney, on. And then, like I say, you as far as employee, and you move those around, I don't care which order they go in. And I guess set up a, work schedule, session schedule for the year so that we can, and a deadline for an item to get on the agenda. You think we need to do that now?
A deadline for what?
Putting things for the agenda. Because you remember we're supposed to, it says as far out as 2 weeks. I mean, you know, that we need to get things on the agenda and stuff, for the public. Remember that portion?
Yeah, I would prefer not to be getting the agenda to them on Monday.
Right. Yeah, so I mean, so we need to set up a guideline on that, and as far as how, and we might wanna wait till, I don't wanna get in a big discussion, but if it seems like it's going pretty good, you know, as far as setting that up, we'll try to set that up, as far as, you know, what the deadline is. And actually set the dates for the work sessions.
Well, I mean, you're having a work session, I guess, you know, you can determine that night, really what's on your agenda for your meeting, the next meeting.
Well, the work session has to have an agenda too.
No,
Oh, it don't have to have
I
an
think so.
agenda?
the mayor doesn't.
That's
Oh, really?
exactly, it says
He
it's got that
actually,
one.
they kind of do it to say what's gonna set the agenda to, or you know, what kind is gonna be on the discussion,
Oh.
but, I mean, she makes a rough one, but it's never published.
Oh, okay,
So I don't think y'all have to have one.
okay.
But it's good to kind of put, but like even the commissioners, they do an item of discussion for their work session.
Oh,
So
okay.
there's no agenda, but there are bullet points. So
Okay.
you kind of know, so the public kind of knows what's going to be talked
And
about
we'll
there.
sort
And
of
then
know.
it can change the
Yeah,
work
we'll sort of-
sessions.
And I think it'll all smooth out once we get Mary with the website and everything, and she can share and everything, and then we get some of this other stuff out of the way.
But again,
I mean,
you know, if you do this work session, you kind of have a list tomorrow, I could put one together and email it to everybody to see if that's what, if there's anything else that needs to be added to it, then you still got it
Yeah.
before
Right.
last minute.
Right, okay, alright. Alright, so, work session, And then the deadline on the agendas,
Email policy. Email policy.
email policy. And if you'll make me notes that for like, James is gonna be on policies and stuff, looking at, finding different cities' policies and stuff, and seeing how the smaller cities are doing. And Caleb is gonna do the sewer and, Jeep Fest. And then Andrea is gonna help you with, paperwork.
With filing and
Yeah,
administrative.
yeah. And then, Cheryl and Jesse's gonna be Heritage Days, if they want to, Jesse wants to do that. Is there anything else that's pressing? If Cheryl has something on the, as far as, issuing authority, I think that's one of the policies that we need to hurry up and make sure. I do have an inspector that I did talk to, before. I'll have to, contact him again to make sure that he is, still willing to, and I think he is. Willie Porter would be the inspector. And then, we do have to find a person that has the blue and red card on the erosion. The person I was looking at, I don't know if his health is gonna be, good for that. So that is one area that we gotta hurry up and find somebody to do. And I don't know how your work schedule and stuff is. Might talk to Adam and see if he is, got the red and blue card on the erosion.
Red and blue card on the
Yeah.
version.
Yeah. If you can find out,
You won't know sexy on
we do need to find somebody for that. And then we'll be sort of set. I mean, I don't know how soon, those lots will sell or anything, but I did get a phone call, on them over the weekend because they stopped in one of the stores and they said, well, Randy knows about it. And they was looking for those lots.
Oh, yeah.
So they're, they've got them on the market, so. Does anybody else know anything else that needs to go on
I think, seems good to me.
So you're gonna do a rough draft
I'll send it to you guys and then,
and then send it, and then the final, send it to Mary and
Yes.
and Dennis and all, everybody, and, we'll go from there.
Gotcha. So do we need to draw up the email policy before the meeting?
Well,
I guess this has
I think what we need to decide is how long we're gonna keep it.
Yeah.
And then we'll do a policy on how it's used, I guess.
I didn't know if
That'd
we need
be-
to have a piece
well,
of paper to the meeting or not. I didn't know if we needed to, or just vote on what it's going to be. And then,
I could get into some research too about, and I was just looking at your IT in a box thing. So they're basically just offering you, is it that what you were interested in, their website, that part? And their
well,
archiving, or I don't know what your flyer, I pulled up and it was just talking about turnkey website, email archive, document archives and
yeah,
stuff like
it's
that.
pretty much, yeah, whatever it says on the website and, yeah.
I'll let you take this. And you just-
I got it right
Oh,
here,
okay.
but I can take that one.
Yeah,
I think
I
it's
don't
probably
need
what I
it.
just pulled up.
Yeah, but I mean, you can look at it.
But this has a little bit more.
Yeah.
Of course, right when I pulled it up, it was talking about website.
Yeah.
All right, you don't need this one? I can take a picture of it.
No, we're not gonna be able to afford to use them, so maybe you can.
I was wondering
you
what
can
the
have-
website,
You
their
can have,
services are. They
yeah.
don't have it written there.
okay.
But they were talking about 50 megabytes per person
Yeah.
per email that would back up, and send
Yeah.
The only thing
back up
that
a
was,
video and stuff like that.
the only thing that they said was like if your, record retention, plan, that they could automatically get rid of it without, you having to remind,
Yeah.
remember to get rid of it is what.
Stuff like that, they notify you whenever
They're about to get rid of it.
they're getting rid of it. And with
But
their
I-
website, they just, they sent me a bunch of references of websites they've set up and what they want. They just offer a service to, they'll they will show you how to, I guess, work the backdoor side. And if you want that option, or they'll monitor for it and do all the updates and stuff. I guess like the same thing we're currently paying for,
Maybe, yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, but then the
But I
plan is to switch to me doing it.
Yeah,
Okay.
so see what
But
you can
they
do
do
there,
too,
yeah. See what on there that you offer, or if it needs, you know, be a little bit more or whatever, just let us know what we,
Yeah, I guess whatever, all you really need.
yeah.
Like I said, if you need the, everything
Well, that's
backed up and
well, that's
whatever,
one
then-
thing, that's one thing we'll get with James and stuff, see what he thinks, you know.
Yeah, I mean, what,
Yeah, like the best way.
yeah, what exactly are we going to back up?
Well, I mean, just, we have to go,
I mean, what, like,
So I guess the
are we talking-
minutes,
it's-
right?
yeah, the minutes, you remember they was talking about the, Georgia archives? You can go to their website and they tell you, you know, and I've got a list, I think I printed the list off, but it shows you how long you've gotta keep stuff. You know, they showed a couple of slides down there, like minutes is forever, permanent, you know. Say like bids and stuff, once, bids, you can get rid of those in 3 years, I think it was, and I don't hold me to it, but it was just like, you know, they can get rid of them in 3 years. Like bank statements and stuff, you can get rid of in 7 years, maybe. It just lays it out there for you. But it also tells you that you have to back these important files up off-site, because in case something was to happen or a computer crashes or anything. And now some of it would be in the server, or what she's doing as far as the minutes and stuff.
So pretty
they're
much
back.
everything that we have that
Yeah.
comes through here, besides our email,
Yes. It's
has to be backed up for.
either on a thumb drive or something, you know, and it needs, you know, to be stored off-site, basically.
So, would it be easy for to set up Dropbox?
Well, they had Dropbox
Yeah.
in there and everything,
Just
but
for- just
now I
for
bought
one-
a
just for
thumb drive.
one way for you to.
Now, I bought a thumb drive, I mean, a good sized thumb drive to put stuff on, you know, too, you know.
Okay.
Whichever, you know, just as long as it gets done, I don't care how it gets done, you know, if it's Dropbox. But the problem is we need to set these Dropboxes up and stuff under the town of Talking Rock, or,
Well, that's why I said use
Yeah.
Google Drive instead of
Yeah.
Dropbox, because
Yeah.
it would all be under your Gmail.
okay, so.
I like it, it's better, well.
Because a lot of stuff
you
is
know.
set up under, a lot of stuff's set up under Carol, because she was at the mayor, and, at one time she was, town clerk. So as much as that stuff that we can get away from setting up under somebody's name, and the better off we are, because in that way, somebody just can't take off with it. And, you know, I mean, there's gotta be a way to do all that, you know, I mean, counties and stuff. So, I mean, that's what we gotta get away from, is personalizing this stuff to somebody, that whoever's in office, versus setting it up, you know.
Yeah, somebody should be able to come in, the
Yeah.
next person should be able to come in and know how to
Yeah.
get to where, whatever you need.
Now, they can change, I mean, the login information should stay the same, but they can change the password if they need to, you know. But the login, you know, as far as username, that's what I guess what I'm saying. It should be, you know, something. Okay. All right, anybody else? I think that's all for the agenda, and like I say, well, you can look at it and see if there's anything else you want to add, or anything on that, and then, you got the maintenance report down. Okay. One thing I did see in the other, and it's, you can look in the charter, and we'll get Buffy to give us a copy of some of the older minutes. But they had a communication thing and like a committee report. So basically you just report, but I guess this is what we do with a work session. But I did like that style a little bit, but anyway, we'll get to that. We got enough on our plate for now.
Yeah.
All right.